Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Friday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, Bears. Oh, Bears. What are we going to do with the Bears? I mean, you make a lower low for the week. Dip buyers show up. We all get long. We ride it. Yesterday was a complete chop fest. But it was a chop fest underneath the weekly pivot and underneath the 9-day simple moving average. It continued to be that way into the early part of Globex. I don't get caught short very often, but I ended up taking a disaster stop overnight because what I pretty much said was, look, off a 20 handle pop back to key resistance and basically 24 hours worth of resistance after that. I said, look, I'm gonna short this thing. I mean, we had some nice little, small profits on it. But then I got stopped out overnight because I always use a disaster stop. But that got hit. So what do? Well, you look at the market for what it is. And at this point, we're long, seeing if they can hold that weekly pivot. We've traded down to VWAP on the GDP news down at 65.25, and they've bounced that back up a couple of handles. If it can get back through our proprietary moving average at 67.5, it can go ahead and challenge the highs. NQ is in, earnings euphoria city. It's been printing higher highs all morning. ES hasn't been following it, but so we've been trading that. We've been trading a lot of gold this morning. It's been nice and volatile, and we've been doing well there. But the reality is you have to pick your spots if you're going to take risk. And that was a spot that I was willing to take the risk in, and that's when you should be taking risk. If we were going to suddenly develop into a sell rallies market, that's the rally that needed to sell, and that's where it needed to be sold. Could the Bears execute? No, which has been the problem with this market for years. Bears can't execute. So if the Bears can't execute, what happens? The Bulls get back to business as usual. The Bulls want to spend the entire day above the weekly pivot. They'd like to spend the entire day above the hourly midband. And they'd like to spend the entire day above the 9-day simple moving average, which is now hovering around 25.63. So 63 is a key today. If they can make a new Globex high, they have a chance to push back into the 70 area. And, at that point, that tends to be when the Bears just kind of give up, lay down, and do the squeeze thing. If you're the Bears, you need to hold 67.5 to 67.75. You got to do it. And you've got to push back down, and you've got to make a new Globex low, and you've got to go after yesterday's low. That's how you try to convince people that you're present in this market. I'll be very interested to see what the Bears can do when we get into the regular session, if anything. Now, door number 3 is basically we do nothing today. It chops around, it starts to look like this. I already told my subscribers, if it's going to do this again today, I will not be doing much. I might be trading gold, but I won't be doing much in ES because ES doesn't want much done with it. Okay, but it's Friday. I think they're gonna fight over these key areas off the open. What I would like to see is one side or the other. I don't care which. Take control, and we have a green day or a red day, depending on who wants to take control of the situation. And we'll see what it is. Okay, so quick look at the daily. So here's your daily. Mid-band held on that attempt, and the 9-day conversion was the first key to a deeper move. They couldn't execute on it. Could not execute, and that's why we're up here and not down here. All right, everybody have a fantastic day. I'll be doing video updates, Instagram, Twitter, etc. throughout the course of the day. Trade them well, and I'll talk to you then. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.